at school wearing a skirt. Yeah, it was great. And then it's two is fake, one is real.
Shit. Do you know?
So I have to guess which one's real.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Riles YouTube, where today we're going to react to Can't Sleep by Kallmekris and Celinaspookyboo, Fake Internet Couples, and A Man Lives in My Closet, Episode 4. That's what we're reacting to today on my YouTube channel. What are you reacting to today on your YouTube channel? Let's do this thing. So, I'm with my boyfriend. He's in the kitchen, but maybe he'll talk sometimes, and that's fine. I want him to talk. But, what we just witnessed was these two women, lovely ladies that they are, both from Canada. They are discussing horror stories, supernatural stories that may be real, maybe not, and I'm going to figure out which ones it is. And then they talk about other stuff, so we're going to just react to this. Thank you.
First up, we have the man in the closet who knew your name.
The man in the closet who knew your name? I'm going to say, based on that, it's probably a stalker, and it's like probably real, but not a ghost. All right, let's find out.
Student named Elena moved into an old apartment near her university. It was cheap, had good lighting, and came fully furnished, including a massive wooden wardrobe that looked antique. The first night, she heard soft tapping coming from the closet.
Home intruder. That's my worst fear. Babe, if I ever freaking... Like, I live in my freaking tiny-ass apartment. I mean, it's big compared to my previous one, but if someone came up in that bitch, I'd be scared. Because the only way to protect yourself is to hide in the bedroom, but you have to lock the bathroom door and then go through the walk-through closet and then into the bedroom and lock the bedroom door in time that he wouldn't walk down the tiny-ass hallway to get to the door. And it's like, I'm not fast enough to do that. He's going to catch my ass and I'm going to die.
She ignored it, but each night she said the sound got louder, like fingernails tapping against wood. One night, while brushing her teeth, she heard a deep whisper from inside the wardrobe. Elena.
Raised in a very rural area. When I was around 7, my uncle made me a special burger. He told me later, years later, that the beef that I ate wasn't beef at all, and it was human.
Oh my god. He fucking fed her human meat, or he... What? No, what? That's crazy.
I still don't know if he was joking or not, but he had a weird smile when he said it. I never ate his cooking again. Since he died, my family has told me that he had 2 girlfriends over the years that went missing and were never found.
Excuse me?
And well seasoned.
What the fuck? What? This guy? No thanks. No thank you. No, 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 no.
She was eating ex-girlfriend burger. No. Yeah, man.
Well, after the ghost stories where you guys are saying, is it real or fake? It's probably fake. Let's hope it's fake. Let's say it's fake. Okay? Okay?
So I hope that was real.
Had this one pillowcase he never washed, ever. One night after drinking too much, I puked onto it.
Ew,
I
what?
as best as I could and flipped it over. He never noticed.
He did what on it?
And he just kept sleeping on it, and I never told him.
Ew!
Ew!
Number one, I am going to say I hate throwing up. Anything to do with throwing up and I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to think about it. Now, the other thing is, she got revenge on her ex he got revenge on his ex by doing the nasty on the pillow and then throwing up on it? What? I'm flabbergasted.
Such a distinct smell.
And he didn't even carry it.
Oh, that's so concerning. Some people just don't have good hygiene.
No, disgusting. I've been keeping every toenail and fingernail I clip. I work at a famous chain restaurant that's known for serving never frozen beef. I blend my toenails in a coffee bean blender until they're powder, and I put the powder in the salt shaker at work. I like knowing that my DNA is in everyone's fries. Hey.
Oh my god!
Selena.
Straight to jail. Straight to jail. No, what I said earlier. Straight to hell. Straight to hell. That's not okay. Not okay. Why? Why would you do that? If somebody got sick, sued, fines, illegal, jail. Somebody died, you go to jail and die. Or stay in there for life.
Selena, I can't ever eat fries again. Why did you say that? Why did you say that?
How do you think I feel when I did that? Because I put this out on, like, my Instagram. Like, is this someone local from my town?
These are my favorite fries.
No! Not the fries!
Now you never look at your face.
You never know.
Oh,
You'll never
you know,
know.
I think about that every time I go out to eat. I'm like, and that's why, I mean, that is not why I'm nice to staff, but that's why I'm like, just over the top nice, because I'm like,
Don't do something to my food
back there, for sure. And if they get it wrong, I'm like, it's fine.
It's fine, we're good, it's fine. I'm not sending it back. I'm just scared.
Like, I think you should always be nice to wait staff, but be nice to them, because they can spit in your food. They can put their shaved, grounded up toenails in your food.
All right. Kelly, you should hear what this grandma does to her soup.
No.
You want to hear?
Yeah.
You want to hear? When I was a kid, I spent summers at my grandma's house. She made soup from scratch every day.
Wow.
One day, I caught
Sorry,
her
it's so
dipping her
jiggly.
false teeth into the pot while cooking. She served the soup with them, let them soak, and then took them out and put them back in her mouth. I still think about that every time I eat.
Grandma, no! I cannot believe Grandma would do that to my soup. That's a wolf. That's not Grandma.
I could see that. That's disgusting. That's disgusting.
I couldn't ever eat soup again. Are you kidding me? That's crazy. Oh no! I hate all this food stuff. Lord.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
I grew up in a house built in the early 1900s. It had secret passageways in the walls from the Prohibition era. I discovered when I was 13, and I never told my parents. They had no idea. One of the hallways led to a secret room, and it was a decent-sized.
So if I was in a house that had secret passageways, I would not tell anybody, not even my siblings. That would be my fucking house.
Not even me?
If I knew you when I was a kid, I would.
When I was 16, I got in a huge fight with my parents, and they kicked me out. Little did they know, I lived in the walls.
Oh my god!
Successful and didn't know how I was doing so well on my own. I'm 21 now, and I still live in here.
Oh my god!
And I
That's wild.
super successful.
That's wild. That's crazy. He's living in his parents' house and they don't even know.
Right. Up residence whenever he wants.
I was doing so well on my own. I'm 21 now, and I still live in here. I have a great paying job, and I save all of my money.
I bet.
Is that real?
They live in
She's
the
like
walls.
Brom from the movie.
Yeah, they just live in the walls. They
It's
save
the
all their
boy.
money. Yeah. What's up?
Do you know any movies like that?
No.
I definitely don't.
No.
But he's actually, spoiler alert, he's actually a dude that lives in the walls.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I've watched that movie before. I know what they're talking
So
about.
one last confession for us here, but it kind of plays in.
Okay.
Pause it. They're literally talking about this movie where they hired this girl as a nanny, and I think she brings her boyfriend or calls him later and brings him over. But like, there's no kids, or I think there are kids, but like once they go to their rooms, she doesn't see them for a while. But like, the house is pretty much empty. Her employer isn't even there, and I don't think the phone worked. And then eventually found dolls in the wall, like peepholes and stuff, and through the cracks. And then eventually found out the guy was actually in the house and just fucking with her. It was a wild movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I had two creepy wall confessions. So I have one last confession for us here, but it kind of plays in.
Okay.
When I was 12, I swore I heard breathing in my closet at night. My parents said it was my imagination. One night I got up to check inside and saw there was a tiny hole drilled in the wall looking straight at my bed. My mom's roommate, a woman, was on the other side.
I read a Reddit story once where this guy said he was looking for a roommate, so he put out some ads. He got a roommate a few weeks later, and eventually, like, the roommate told him that he sleepwalks. So eventually, he finds out that the roommate had been taking pictures of, like, I think he woke up in the middle of the night and saw his roommate standing over him with a camera. So a different day, he heard noises from his roommate's room and went and saw that he was like digging around at the vent. And so the next day when the roommate was gone, he checked the vent and found all the pictures of him sleeping in the middle of the night.
Damn.
And he was like, yeah, so I'm going to leave now.
Right, I would too.
She said that it comforted her to watch her. She told my mom it gave her peace to watch me sleep.
No. No, Mom.
It's less creepy because it's a woman, but like still,
No.
like, to watch my kids sleep.
No.
Can you imagine just like,
No. That is so a violation of privacy. Oh my god.
yeah,
Illegal.
yeah,
Straight to jail.
Yeah. No,
Oh my god. Also, the girl that lives in the walls is kind of savvy, and I kind of like slay. Honestly.
dude, staying there. I was
Staying
living there
there.
forever until
Oh
I
my
got
God.
married. Can you imagine bringing a date home and being like, oh, I'm sorry, we have to crawl.
Yes. Sorry. It's really
So, baby, I live with my parents. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, but we have to crawl into the wall.
you're gonna love it.
So nice.
Yeah.
Love it.
That's wild. But shit's expensive now. I get it. It's fair.
It is what
It's what
it
it
is. It is what it is.
Damn.
But do people
No, I
know
love
that?
weird facts. I know a lot of weird
And they're
facts.
all really short, which is great because I know we love this because ADHD.
Yeah, love that. Love
This-
that.
My boyfriend.
This one I found so weird,
Okay.
right? In 1907, Dr. Duncan McDougall conducted an experiment where he weighed
What kind of name is that?
Duncan McDougall. Yes.
participants at the moment of death. He claimed their bodies lost exactly 21 grams when they passed, leading to speculation that this was the weight of a human soul.
Yeah, I know that
What?
fact.
The weight of a human soul is what now?
21 grams.
The human soul does not have a weight, my ninja.
They suddenly lost weight, 21 grams when they died, so I don't know.
That's just decomposition. It's called
It doesn't-
rigor mortis.
It doesn't happen instantaneously, it happens over time. They said it happened immediately as they died.
It's called you lose 5 pounds of shit when you die.
It still has to come out.
Yeah, you immediately evacuate your bowels.
I'm no doctor.
Well, I've read it somewhere.
In
Yeah.
1907.
I believe in the soul and all that. I just don't believe a spirit can have weight. They can move objects with energy, but their energy doesn't have mass until you convert it, and a ghost can't convert unless they possess a body. But even then, how can you possess a body if you have mass? You can't just physically join masses unless you're an alien.
They're aliens.
Godparents has to be Catholic, so it might actually be Adam. But isn't that weird? Like, one of us has to be Catholic.
Weird.
Yeah,
See, that is-
so the favorite class I've ever taken was religion because it wasn't like you sat there and just learned about the Catholic religion. You learned about every single religion, and I like taking bits and pieces from what everybody else believes and kind of, developing your own voice. And
I grew up with a lot of different experiences and exposure to a lot of different things, and I've seen a lot of stuff, and I can see how stuff translates, but I feel like in the Bible it even recognizes there's the existence of other gods, but there's only one true God. The other gods are just
Yeah, I don't even consider myself religious. It's just like I have faith. I have faith that when I die, I could go somewhere, and I just I look at the Bible as a historic book, and it is. I mean, it's proven. Like it's not. There's literally Einstein, multiple scientists that have looked at it, tried to debunk it, can't. I mean, it's just like it is. It comes down to faith, and whether you believe it or not, that's totally up to you.
absolutely,
Yeah.
I'm just at this point, and I think, with doing ghost hunting and having, I feel like again, I don't go to church, and I wouldn't call myself
Same.
super religious, but we have seen and heard and experienced things that can't be explained. And
so am I. I'm
can't
literally
not
like
believe
there's
that
crazy
something
stuff that
comes next, because
happens.
I've seen it. I've seen stuck people. I've watched people psychically move on to different places. And going through all that made me find a lot of peace with it.
Yeah, that's the thing too. It's like, well, if there's evil, if there are evil spirits, demons, all that stuff, then I have to believe that there's something good, that there's light.
Yeah, it's yin and yang. It's
You
yin
don't
and
have
yang.
light
It
without
is.
dark.
So
without light.
there's a lot of comfort in it.
For real, God is good, and He's gonna bring us to heaven. And the Bible says we get to rebuild the promised land, make paradise together. God's gonna teach us. I'm excited.
Up in a Christian household, and I felt like it was being forced upon me. Almost a scientific lens. I'm like,
Yeah, I look at it with logic and
I just
reasoning and
love it.
analysis,
So, yeah, it's very interesting.
research.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
No, I'm not. And I feel like it's something that both of us, because we've been friends for
Yeah.
5 years, and I feel like we've both kind of grown
have.
this way over the past 5 years. Like, You know, it's the dog.
Top of the dog.
Guys, I like to prep for
I
things.
love it. No, I love it. I'm scatterbrained freaking Stacy over here, so I love it.
Oh, it makes it smooth, makes it smooth. I love it.
Lists and
Dr. Tony
instructions help.
Takaria was struck by lightning and was clinically dead for 20 minutes. When he came back, he developed a sudden obsession with piano music, even though he had never played before. He claims he downloaded a symphony from another realm. He went on to become a famous pianist and composer.
Bro, where's my Dreamland music festival where I get to download music into my brain from another universe so I can become a famous singer? You know what I'm saying?
Any song is made, it comes into your brain out of nowhere. It's like, oh, catchy. Write it down.
Yes. But I want, like, that inspiration.
Write that down.
I want that inspiration. Except I can't really copy things. It's not very easy for me. I just like to make my own stuff.
I love this. This stuff happens. It's kind of crazy. People come out of comas speaking different languages. It's wild.
After my surgery, and I had that crazy...
Something in the brain? I don't know.
What is it? No, it's so weird.
So weird. All right.
Okay. No, this one's dark. Okay. Oh, see, the Iceman. A 100-year-old mummy discovered in 1991.
Basically, thanks for watching. We're going to do a part 2 another time. It's going to be great. Please help me out and help out the channel by liking it and commenting anything you want to see next or anything else. Subscribe. It helps out the channel. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.